myhappydesires.com. Visit us at myhappydesires.com and add some toys to your toy box. Let your imagination be the guide to your stress relief. myhappydesires.com has everything for the perfect play night. Alone or not, you choose. Fuel your desires without breaking the bank. myhappydesires.com.
Everybody, it is Chris Akin, and it is time for another episode of Chris Akin Presents. And for today, I'm going to present something that's going to scare the living shit out of you. At least it did for me. I'm not going to lie. After watching this, I may never go back to the doctor again. I've never been much of a doctor person. When I had COVID last year, I finally let myself go to the doctor and was in the hospital for a while. And it was the first time in like 30 years that I had been to a doctor, and in an extended period. And now after watching this, I don't know that I'll be back. But this is a docu-series on Peacock. It is called Dr. Death, The Undoctored Story. And what this show is about, it's a four-part series on a doctor out of Dallas, Texas, named Christopher Duntsch. And it's a true thing. It's a real documentary. It's not like one of these acted out deals. But this guy, he killed or maimed 33 of 38 patients that he saw. He was a neurosurgeon. And with every surgery that he had, he just fucked people up. Left one guy paralyzed, left his best friend paralyzed. Every other person had some kind of a problem, whether it was paralysis of this side of their body, or their legs didn't work, or their arms didn't work, or they died. It was just crazy. And what this really did was, as well as showcasing this guy for being the monumental dick that he absolutely was for continually doing this to people, it also showcased how these hospitals don't care. It showcases very much how hospitals look at neurosurgeons, and a neurosurgeon, they even brought up the stat in the documentary, a neurosurgeon will bring in about $3 million a year to a hospital, and in Dallas, they can only sue for up to $250,000 per patient. So bean counters do the math, figure only one or two guys is going to screw up and get sued. So they make $3 million, they only give up $500,000. So that's kind of the way they do their math, and they look at it as a net profit of $2 million. And it really showcased this with these hospitals, and how you think they're driven to help you when you're in pain, and they're really not. They're driven to make coin. And I guess we should all know that, but man, seeing it at this level, it was unbelievable. And this guy was so horrible at his gig that some of the doctors didn't even believe he was a real doctor. They believed they actually investigated him, trying to see if he was an imposter that just snuck in to become a fake doctor. And they found that he wasn't, but he just was passed along from hospital to hospital. And he would screw up at one place, and then he would apply to another place. And because he was litigious, and he would threaten to sue the other hospitals for slander and defamation and all this stuff, they just kind of let this guy go on and on and on doing it without ever reporting him to the medical board or taking him out. You know, they were afraid if they reported him to the medical board, that would put a bad light on them, and then they would make less money. So it really showcased this money aspect of it. And I mean, it's tragic. You literally have 33 people, 2 that died and 31 that are just maimed for life because of these greedy fucking hospitals. And fascinating story. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know really anything about it. I just kind of saw that it was featured on Peacock, and I gave it a watch, but it's definitely worth watching. It will really make you do some real research into hospitals too. And this is a whole nother point that I do want to make about this thing. This guy, like the doctors, the patients were asking him, have you done this surgery before? This guy just straight up lied to him. Yeah, of course, I've done it thousands of times. Well, he hadn't done thousands of times. He'd done it 30 times and he fucked them all up. I mean, he was a disaster. And so it should make you really research. If this does nothing else, should make you really research when you have to go in and have any kind of surgery. Most of these surgeries were considered minor, like outpatient surgery. And he's killing people and maiming people. So be cautious when you're at the doctor, but certainly don't take my word for it. Watch this docuseries. It's called Dr. Death, The Undoctored Story. It is on Peacock. And yeah, it will make your eyes that wide when you see it, because you just simply won't be able to believe it. So that's going to do it for this episode of Chris Akin Presents. Sorry I wasn't happier, but but it is what it is. It's what I watched over the last couple of days. So check it out, Dr. Death, The Undoctored Story. This has been Chris Akin Presents. I have been Chris Akin, and please subscribe, like button, notification bell, blah, 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 blah. Podcast, subscribe, whatever it is that you're doing. Make sure you do that so that you get these every single day, because it makes me feel happy to see these numbers growing, okay? So like I said, I have been Chris Akin. I will be Chris Akin tomorrow, and you will be watching, goddammit. So see you later, and check it out tomorrow. Peace.